Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing and building the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 Ausführung B, C or D. Okay, for the rest of the video I'm just going to call this the Panzer 4, and this is the 1/56 scale plastic medium tank for bolt action. Now, big thanks to Warlord Games for sending this out for me to share with you. Really cool model, and I really had a great time getting this built. And in the video I'll go through all the contents of the box. You'll see the sprues up close and then have a really good look at the tank when it's built. And this is a great tank to accompany the A Gentleman's War box set. And I'm going to be building mine to go along with that. So I'm going to go for the Africa campaign version 1942, which is the Panzer IV Ausführung D. You can see you've got the guide here for painting and for the most suitable period, and you've got a tank commander in there as well. You get a little bit of background about the tank, just to give you a little bit of the history, and then all the contents here. And you also get a dice with this box set. This is one of the newer box sets, so it's really cool that they put an extra order dice in. Alright, let's get this open and we can have a good look at all the contents. And I've got to say, I've been really having a great time with bolt action, learning how to play it, slowly building the army together, and I think it's a really good idea to start with that starter set. Obviously it's named a starter set for a reason, but then when you start adding vehicles like this one at a time to it, you can slowly start expanding your armies, and that's a really fun way to do it. In the past I've gone crazy and built a big army getting everything at once, but I think a slow build is a good way to go. But there we go, that's everything you're going to get in the box. And so we'll start with the book, then we'll have a look at the other components before moving on, having a look at the sprues, and then getting the tank built, and you can have a close-up look at it once it's assembled then. Okay, here we go then. Here's our assembly and painting guide. Nice little bit of information here. So that's really good if you want to see some of the specs. And then again, you get that little bit of information. It just tells you that this can be assembled as an Ausführung B, C or D variant. So you've got lots of options here. And as we open it up, you can see you've got the decals here, your assembly guide key, and then you see the sprues. Now the sprues are numbered in the book, but they're not actually numbered on the sprues. So you have to refer back and forth to the book, which isn't a problem once you get into it. And then as you get on to the instructions, it'll tell you follow stages A to H for all variants, and so you'll just keep going and build everything there until you get to H, and then follow those stages to build the B or C variants else. And then if you flick through to a few other pages, you can go on and do the D variant. So there we go. So it's pretty self-explanatory, very easy to follow, very clear, and a superb painting guide. Really great references. There's the one on the back that I'm going to be building and painting. I'm really happy with that. I love their painting references, really good. Then we get these, you get the order dice, which is a fantastic addition. Really great to get one of those in there. And then I like how they put the vehicle damage markers in there as well. You've got 3 different types: flames, dark smoke, and then the white or grey smoke. And then you just glue that to those bases and you're good to go. So very nice. Often you'll get the MDF bases, but plastic in this newer kit. Then you get the decal set. This one was all packed by Maria, so big thanks for getting this ready. And there you can see the decals. Let's have a close-up look. You've got all your symbols and the numbers on there, everything you need to get that going. And once I get the tank painted, I'll do a decal video. I haven't done that before, I don't think, in the past. So yeah, I'll have to do it for this because it's very important we get those symbols on. And then here we've got all the stats. So the weapons on this tank will be a light howitzer and a medium machine gun. And then on the other side, it shows you the regular and veteran points value, and in experience too. You've got the option of the 3 there. And this is another thing I like about bolt action. You get these nice simple cards, you get your reference sheet, and once you've read through the rules enough, that's all you're going to be using for the game. You can play with that quite soon. So very nice system. Then we've got the sprues. So all together here, we're going to get 3 of the sprues, and these are going to give us all our components. We don't get that many bits left over, but I will show you what's left after the build. So I'm going to build the D variant, so I'll show you how many components are left after that. Here's our first sprue then, and certainly no issues whatsoever with all these components. Snipped them off, trimmed them, and they were ready to go. And as you'll see when it's built later on, it goes together really well. There's some nice detailing. Let's get in a bit closer there. These are some really nice features. This is what kind of brings it to life. And I love all the little tools and everything, and just the spare chains, and you'll see spare pieces of track as well. So very nice how they put all those on there. And there's our commander, our tank commander. We're only going to get one option here, so that's the one we're going to go with. And I like to have my tank commanders popping their head out. And I've been looking at a lot of the photos and videos from like the historical channels on YouTube, and you do often see the tank commander, so I'm going to go with that. So that'd be great. There we go, that's the first sprue, and then let's have a look at the second one. So here we've got the base of the turret and some other side components there as well. I've been really enjoying building the bolt action tanks. This is my second one. You may have seen the Matilda one as well that I did recently. That video's up on the channel, but it's definitely a good idea. Get that starter set, add another vehicle like this, and then play the game a few times with the tank, get used to those rules, then add another unit, get used to those rules. I think that's just a really fun way to get into it. For me, there's no big hurry to learn everything all at once with this. I've really been enjoying the system itself, playing the little games with everything you get in the starter set, and now added a tank to the mix. It's going to be awesome. And then I think after this, well, I don't know what to get after this. Have to wait and see. But here we go. It's our third sprue, and here we're getting some really nice details there. Looking awesome. Yeah, you can see it's done so well. And the attention to detail, obviously getting it right with the historical side of things is just fantastic. And having the different variants that you can put together. And I think in first glance, if you built it as any variant, the untrained eye like me probably wouldn't notice, but if you know what you're talking about with the historical side of things, it's really great that they've really paid attention to that and given you so many options. Also cool to get everything that you can see in the bag there. That dice is great. The sprues have come out top quality, and just all round a really nice kit. Okay, here it is all assembled then, and I'm really pleased with how this has come out. I think it looks fantastic, and it's just going to be perfect with that Gentleman's War box set. Really nicely done. Details looking great. All those little components that are just stuck on top really bring it to life, give it the character, make it feel like it's lived in and is being used. And I think, yeah, all those little details really do make it. I'm looking forward to getting this painted up as well, and I'll certainly be doing a video on that. And again, I'm going with the desert scheme, so I go for that North Africa 1941 D version. And then this is going to be having the weathering and everything done to it. It's going to be really nice. But you can see all the textures on the tank is really going to take to that well. I think some dry brushing to catch all those edges is the way to go. And then I've just glued my tank commander in there. I think you've got enough access there to be able to paint him in situ, but you could certainly paint him separately if you wanted to. And you can see the turret spins all the way around. This one doesn't come off and the gun doesn't move. Let's have a look at it side by side with the last tank I built, which is the Matilda. So I've got the German tank and here's the British tank, and they're quite similar in size actually. You've got a little bit more width for the Panzer IV and a little tiny bit longer as well, but not much in it at all, and they're going to work really well, I think. Here's the sprue showing you what parts you're going to get left over. So I've built the D version, and if you wanted to go for the C or the B version, you'd probably be using these parts here. So you can see they're all left over. And those sprues, you use every bit, so they're completely done. There we go then, we've got a few bits to add to the bit box for some kit bashing on some other projects. So that's really cool. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and it was helpful, and now you know exactly what's included in the box. Hopefully this will help you decide whether or not to add it to your collection. But I think it's great value. I'll put a link down below that will take you to Warlord Games so you can order a copy for yourself and also find out more about all the other awesome stuff that they do. I'm a huge fan. I'm so glad I've got into Bolt Action. It's a brilliant game and I'll be covering it a lot on the channel going forward. But in the meantime, if you'd like to check out that unboxing video for a Gentleman's War, that's already available, as is the Matilda 2 tank unboxing and build. I've also been looking at some other units like the Italian Alpini Mountain Troops and the Campaign Italy Tough Gut. That's a really great book. And also exploring other games like Hail Caesar and Victory at Sea, which is looking awesome. I cannot wait to get that one going. Big thanks again to Warlord Games for sending this out for me to share with you, and for my other sponsors and supporters. This all helps me to keep going with these daily videos, and I really appreciate that support, and thank you so much for clicking on their links, helping them and helping me too, and saving yourself some money on some awesome products for your hobby as well. Thanks to Warzone Studio for providing us this awesome mat today. This Desert Star mat looks fantastic, and they make all different sizes, perfect for Bolt Action. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.